can you talk to us a little bit about whether it's okay to be a vegetarian or a vegan when you're an athlete and a female athlete?
Well, I think that there are good reasons from a long-term health standpoint to do this. We know that people that eat more, if you're cutting out meat and you're replacing it with healthy stuff like vegetables and whole grains, we know that your risk of long-term health problems like cancer, diabetes, and a whole bunch of other things is reduced. And so from a long-term health standpoint, if you could pull off a vegan or vegetarian diet, you're way better off for it. It's also better for the environment, and it's better for animal care and for global warming and everything else. So there's a number of reasons to do it, but, and you can do it. There are a number of successful vegetarian and vegan athletes, so you can do it, but you must be very careful about doing it because you could do it wrong. And so here are some ways that you could go wrong and some things to look at. One is you're not going to get enough B vitamins. And that's an easy one to solve. B12 in particular, you really get that from animal products. It's hard to get B12 any other way. So if you're a vegetarian or vegan, I recommend taking B12 supplements. And I would just, again, if you take a good multivitamin, that kind of takes care of your B12 problem. You may not get enough iron because you can get iron from vegetable sources like spinach and beans and things like that. But most Americans get most of their iron from meat. So I would recommend making sure there's iron in your supplement. Again, you want to have iron. The other thing is protein. So a lot of vegetarian or vegan athletes are not getting enough protein. And so there's some tricks to this. And this is where I would probably recommend, especially if you're vegan, I would recommend speaking to a nutritionist because it's complicated. But there are some good rules of thumb for protein. One of them is you want to make sure you're getting complete protein. So this is how I kind of think about it. It's a good rule of thumb. If you remember this, you'll get something. There's three main buckets of vegetable protein sources. One of them is nuts, like almonds, sunflowers, things like that, sunflower seeds. The other bucket is legumes. So lentils, chickpeas, hummus, pea protein. And then the third one are grains. So that would be like wheat, rice, barley, that kind of stuff. It turns out that when you combine two of those three things together, you're getting a complete protein, meaning you're getting all the amino acids you need. So if you're especially a vegan athlete, but even a vegetarian athlete, what I would recommend is you try to combine these things and get multiple sources of vegetable protein throughout the day.